AITA for ruining cheating ex's chances with other guys. Long time lurker here. Never posted though. So yeah. I met this girl Sarah close to 2 years ago now. At the end of my last semester at uni, and we really hit it off. We started dating after casually going out for a bit. And we ended up dating all the way up until early November 2018. When I found out that she had some sort of FWB type bullshit with a guy we knew at uni. And I broke it off. Cold turkey and basically told her to go duck herself. It still hurts like shit. Since this was a fairly long-term thing, age considered, and she didn't seem that guilty to me. We do however have mutual friends, so we see each other sometimes. And I kept her on my social media stuff, which is how I found out she was flirting with some new guy, Tommy. Tom is actually a nice enough dude, and since I can't say I trust Sarah one bit, I messaged him telling him about the cheating and all the bullshit she did. He didn't believe me, but we met last month at a party, in which I pulled him aside and told him all about her, and by the end of it, he seemed pretty turned off on her, and he cut it off a few days later. Despite this, and the fact that things seemed somewhat serious between Tommy and Sarah, she had a new guy just last weekend. At another party, this guy was pretty decent. And when I caught Sarah looking my way with a shitty expression, I just lost it and told this new guy all about her. They got into an argument. Him saying something about diseases and storming off. The room was divided. Some were on my side. Some were obviously pissed at me, and Sarah was furious. She basically went on a huge rant about how I'm a jealous asshole who can't let things go. And all this shit about me being controlling and possessive. So I just kind of left in the middle of her lecture. She's DM'd me on a bunch of apps, basically berating me, asking me why I did that. To which I've not really responded outside of a K or a thumbs up. A couple of her friends have said similar shit and called me sexist and all that bullshit. So, is she right? Am I a possessive asshole, or was I in the right? She's obviously an asshole for cheating on you, but you need to move on because it's petty AF for sabotaging her multiple times like that. It is something about this feels off to me. We started dating after casually going out for a bit, and we ended up dating all the way up until early November 2018. When I found out that she had some sort of FWB type bullshit with a guy we knew at uni, and I broke it off. Cold turkey and basically told her to go duck herself. I don't know, nor do I pretend to, but this smacks strongly to me of girl telling op that she didn't want anything serious or committed from the get-go. But when it continued, he assumed she had seen the light and now she was his. She was still going with what had, actually been communicated, but he thinks she is a horrible horror beast because he is such a nice guy and he treated her nicely. So why is she always going after all those chads? That new dude stormed off saying something about diseases deepens my doubt a bit here. Jebus. You've reached next level asshole here. Yes, she cheated on you, which makes her an asshole as well. But you deliberately went out of your way to ruin her current relationship. The best way to think about it is, if you cheated on her in the same way and she had the opportunity to ruin new relationships with people you met, would you be mad or totally understand and expect her to do that? Then again, it's not even half as easy for dudes to just met girls every other week. Whoever is what in this situation, at the end of the day you need to remove her from your social accounts. It's not going to lead to anything good, and at least in my case never make me feel anything but worse than if I had never seen an update on their life. Like I'm still months into getting over finding out my casual ex is seeing someone serious. Duck Facebook mate. AITA. 200% it happened years ago, and you aren't even involved anymore. You're actively sabotaging her possible relationships because you're jealous and still hurt, not because you're looking out for those guys. You have no clue what she's like anymore, and you need to mind your business. You're just being petty at this point and trying to hurt her like you were hurt by her. You need to find a hobby and get over it. I understand that it hurts, but it's no longer any of your business. She cheated on you, and there's no denying that she's an asshole for that, so I'm not going to go into it. But you following her around and attempting to actively sabotage her new relationships is creepy and unhealthy. If she were dating someone you knew, I would understand telling them. But these are complete strangers. You are no longer in a relationship with her. Unfollow her on social media and move on. How do you not see that this is extremely spiteful, petty, and frankly quite embarrassing op? I'm actually shocked there are so many NTA responses. Op is actively reaching out to people he doesn't know to badmouth his ex. Confronting said people in public despite the fact being dismissed the first time because Op didn't get the response he wanted. And then doing the same thing again. And yes, he is going out of his way to meddle and ruin his ex's life. Plus, we don't know what Op actually said to the other guys. Maybe he was very straightforward and only told them exactly what happened. Or maybe he exaggerated lies about some stuff. That one guy being concerned about diseases seems weird to say the least. Either way, Op, you need to move on and find someone else, or take some time to be alone. ESH, she shouldn't have cheated on you. Obviously. And I even almost get looking out for a mutual friend, like you did with Tommy. But that last one was just petty. Dude, let her move on. If she ruins her relationships with her own choices, that's one thing. But you doing it really looks like you're a jealous asshole who doesn't want her to be happy. Not sexist, I think. But definitely an asshole. YTA, okay, you got your revenge on her. Now leave her alone. You're one step away from harassing and a few more from stalker. YTA, to be clear, back in November, she was the asshole. But here in January it's you. Getting hurt by somebody doesn't give you the right to go around sabotaging their life indefinitely. How is she supposed to become a better person and do better next time if her exes go around sabotaging all of her next times? YTA, get over it and move TF on already. You're pissed that she cheated on you. So now you'll go out of your way and ruin all of her relationships. Trying to make her feel insulated. Trying to break her. This is some petty bullshit. NTA, I would be appreciative if I found out the person I was dating had a history of open relationships. YTA, it is not your responsibility to inform others of her misbehavior. You're killing any chance she has to grow. You're possibly getting in the way of working relationships. Let it go, man. Though she does suck for cheating on you, doesn't mean she lacked the same with others. ESH, to a certain extent, you're looking out for other guys by telling her about what she did. But when it comes down to it, it's not your business. You're clearly still harboring some pretty significant resentment, considering you lost it when all she did was look at you. Getting cheated on sucks. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone, and it can really mess with your head. I think the healthiest thing for you to do is to stop concerning yourself with her romantic life and just let her be. If she has a soul, I'd like to think she's learned from what happened with you and doesn't plan on cheating again. And if she doesn't, then she'll learn her lesson eventually. ESH, but you're the worst. Your relationship is over. She's an asshole for cheating, if that's what happened. But the appropriate response to punish her for it is breaking up with her. You did that already. You're going above and beyond the call of duty to punish her at this point. Telling someone your side if they ask is one thing, but seeking out her new potential partners to talk shit is a whole other level of punishment. It's super possessive and frankly kind of scary. And honestly, as a woman, I know a ton of other women, myself included, who've been punished like this just because we didn't reciprocate some toxic dude's feelings. Your reaction is so hyperbolic and possessive that it makes me wonder if you felt so entitled to an exclusive relationship with her that you projected it as reality. Maybe she didn't have the same level of feelings for you and didn't consider what she did cheating because she didn't think you guys were that serious. I had a guy in college tell everyone I was a whore who cheated on him, even though a few weeks earlier he had told me he wasn't ready for anything serious. I apologized at the time and took responsibility, frankly, because I was afraid of him. As a 35-year-old, I see that pose for what he was, a controlling, toxic asshole who marked me as his territory rather than treating me like human. Back off your ex, move on, and maybe talk to a therapist about why you can't seem to let go of this. Please subscribe.